Hello students. So we are talking about the term relative frequency, and we have learned that the term relative frequency it is also called to be as it is also called to be as relative frequency. It is also called to be as. So keep answering. फटाफट message करो. No, Priya, but your answer is wrong. Priya Singh. The answer is it is called to be as a percentage frequency. It is called to be as a percentage frequency. Next, but a relative frequency it is being used for relative frequency. It is being used for yes, very good. It is being used for carrying out a comparison between two or more distributions or between two or more observations of the same distribution. Thanks. But a relative frequency, it lies in the range of very good, perfect, but all of you. It lies but in the range of 0 to 1. Correct, madam. Very good, all of you. Perfect. Tell me your density frequency. Density frequency, it has been defined to be as density frequency. It has been defined to be as correct, ratio of the class frequency to the width of a class. Very good. But tell me, width of a class is also called to be as size of the class. Very good. Or it is called to be as the length of the class. Perfect. Very good. Perfect. Very good. But a density frequency is used in a perfect, but it is used in the construction of the histogram. Very good. But a density frequency, they are unused, you know, very good. Correct, but they are unused in the calculation of model, bimodal, or multi-model distribution. Very good. But what is the meaning of the term model distribution? Very good, brother. The distribution which has one mode, it is called to be as correct, brother. Model distribution. What is the meaning of the term bimodal distribution? Very good. And what about the distribution beta which has more than two modes? What we call such type of distribution is? Correct, beta. Very good. But a density frequency, they can be expressed in terms of percentage. So it is a true or false. We don't but express the frequency in terms of beta percentage. Angelina and Priya, but you people have made a mistake. We can do, but we don't express. मैंने बोला भी था बड़ा last time, क्योंकि बड़ा उसका use कहीं पे भी नहीं है बड़ा. The answer is a false one, bro. Answer is beta false. But tell me, what is the third type of frequencies? Bro? Correct, bro. Very good. Third type of frequency, bro. It is called to be as bro. Cumulative frequency. Bro. Cumulative frequency. Bro. And now, but be ready with your pen and notebook. Bro. When we are going to start but with this type of frequency, which has been called to be as but a cumulative frequency. Bro. So, but at that time, we should know okay, what is the meaning of the term but cumulative. What is the meaning of the term but cumulative? Cumulative means bro, the frequency which is being obtained. Bro. The frequency which is being obtained bro, by adding the previous frequencies. Bro. By adding the previous frequencies. Bro. It is called to be as it is called to be as cumulative frequencies. Bro. It is called to be as cumulative frequencies. Bro. The meaning of the word cumulative is the frequency which is being obtained by adding all the previous frequencies. It is called to be as a cumulative frequency. तो तुम लोग ने हर किसी स्टूडेंट ने स्कूल डेज में तो पढ़ाई है कि क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसीज दे आर ऑफ हाउ मेनी टाइप्स. क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी दे आर ऑफ हाउ मेनी टाइप्स. कोई बता सकता है किसी के पास आंसर है? If it is wrong, I will correct. You can try cumulative frequency. Yes, very good. Correct. And now tell me if they are of two types. So tell me which are that two types. Cumulative frequency. If they are of two types. तो मुझे try करके बताओ आंसर. बता सकते हो आंसर? चलो मैं बताता हूँ. When we are talking about a term cumulative frequency which are of two types. Correct. One is of the less than type and other one is of more than type. Very good. Perfect. One is less than type and another one is of more than type. Correct. But in the real sense, do you know that when we are talking about the term cumulative frequency, which is of the less than type, so but it is less than what? And when we are talking about a cumulative frequency, which is of more than type, so it is more than what? थोड़ा सा बड़ा डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे हो गया ना. जब मैंने पूछा कि cumulative frequency is of less than type and cumulative frequency it is of more than type, तो बड़ा in the real sense मुझे बताओ कि if it is less than, तो बड़ा it is less than what? Question mark. And if the cumulative frequency, if it is of more than type, so it is more than what? Question mark. Yes, anyone? I will help you out. When we talk about a cumulative frequency, which is of less than type, so it is always considered to be as the less than upper limit type. And when we talk about the cumulative frequency, which is of more than type, so in that case, it is considered to be as more than lower limit type. दिमाग में बड़ा उसे फिट कर लो. अपने दिमाग में बड़ा उसे फिट कर लो. If it is less than, so it is less than upper limit type. And if it is more than, so it is more than. It is more than. It is more than lower limit type. Less than upper limit, more than lower limit. अब दिमाग जो है कहीं ना कहीं ये सोचेगा तो जरूर कि सर उसके पीछे उसका क्या रीजन है. What is the reason for that is the reason is when we construct a cumulative frequency which is of less than type, so we construct this cumulative frequency of less than type against upper limit, against upper limit. And when we find a cumulative frequency which is of more than type, so it is constructed against a lower limit. And that's the reason, see here, that's the reason. You can see over the screen, okay, when I have described about the cumulative frequency, which are of two types. So I have clearly mentioned that it is less than upper limit type and it is more than lower limit type. So these are the types of cumulative frequency. Types of cumulative frequency. And now there comes a doubt. Okay, sir, how to obtain a cumulative frequency which is of a less than type and a more than type. So here in this notes, but you can see that I have considered the class intervals. The marks of the students, they are being considered to be as the class intervals to be as 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. For each of the class intervals, you are being provided with class frequencies to be as 6, 4, 7, 8, and its total is 25. And we know that this 25, it represents a total frequency. 25, it represents a total frequency. Total frequency. And now, apart from this, you can see this. I have written the column which is for marks less than, you can say this column. अच्छा, ये column बड़ा मैंने क्यों consider किया है? Because I want to obtain a cumulative frequency which is of a less than type. And for a less than type, अभी अभी मैंने डिस्कस किया था कि cumulative frequency which is of a less than type, it is always constructed against the upper limits. तो ध्यान से चेक करो इन कॉलम नंबर 3 मैंने हर एक क्लास इंटरवल्स की अपर लिमिट्स को लिया गया मार्क्स लेस देन 20, marks less than 30, marks less than 40, and the marks less than 50. And now see the procedure. The procedure is very simple. If we want to obtain a cumulative frequency of less than type, so in that case, you have to add all the values, all the frequencies from top to bottom. ऊपर से लेके नीचे तक तुम्हें हर एक फ्रीक्वेंसी को ऐड करते जाना है एंड बाय एडिंग ऑल द फ्रीक्वेंसीज फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम you will get your required answer. Say for the first class interval 10 to 20, the frequency 6, it will remain one or the same. But जैसे ही immediately तुम लोग second class interval के लिए आओगे ना that is for 20 to 30, 20 to 30, तो उसका जो फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो 4 नहीं रहेगा, उसमें उसका जो प्रीवियस फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो भी साथ में ऐड हो जाएगा. कॉलम नंबर 4 में चेक करो, मैंने वर्किंग दिया हुआ है. सो इट विल बिकम 6 + 4 इज इक्वल टू 10. सिमिलरली जब नीचे आओगे फॉर 30 to 40, by adding the previous frequency you will get the answer 10 + 7 which is equal to 17. एंड जब उसके नीचे आओगे लास्ट क्लास इंटरवल में 40 to 50, तो इन दैट केस अगेन बाय एडिंग द प्रीवियस फ्रीक्वेंसी you will get the answer 17 + 8 which is equal to 25. So now immediately there comes a doubt asking a question, sir, how to check, how to verify the answer which we have obtained for a cumulative frequency whether it is right or it is wrong. दिमाग कहीं ना कहीं ये सब सोचेगा कि नहीं सोचेगा. तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में हम लोग क्या करेंगे, हम लोग सबसे पहले लास्ट वैल्यू चेक करेंगे. मुझे बताओ CF का लास्ट वैल्यू क्या है? व्हाट इज द लास्ट वैल्यू दैट यू ऑब्टेन्ड? जल्दी जल्दी फटाफट मैसेज करो मुझे. क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ लेस देन टाइप, उसका मुझे लास्ट वैल्यू क्या मिला? करेक्ट, इट इज 25. एंड ये सब में टोटल फ्रीक्वेंसी जो था टोटल वो कितना था टोटल फ्रीक्वेंसी? करेक्ट, 25. सो नाउ वंस अगेन एवरीवन कैन चेक इट आउट. ये जो आंसर तुम्हें मिला है लास्ट वैल्यू एंड द टोटल फ्रीक्वेंसी वेदर इट मैचेस, yes or no? Yes, very good. It matches. Yes, it matches. And since it matches, therefore, we can say that our answer is correct. Our answer is correct. This is about a cumulative frequency which is of less than type. Which is of less than type. And now, let me talk about the CF, cumulative frequency, which is of more than type. बट अभी अभी मैंने तुम लोग को सिखाया था कि अगर हमें क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ मोर देन टाइप अगर कंस्ट्रक्ट करना हो तो cumulative frequency of more than type, it is always constructed against जल्दी जल्दी बड़ा आंसर दो फटाफट. Cumulative frequency of more than type, it is constructed against very good madam. Disha, Kusum, Priya, Devanshu. Yes madam, all of you very good madam. बाकी सब लोग भी madam please keep answering madam. सब लोग आंसर देने की ट्राई करो. And because of that reason madam, in a second last column madam, you can see that madam, you will get the marks more than. अब सारे के सारे बेटा जो वैल्यूज लिए बेटा 10, 20, 30, 40 बेटा चेक करो. For each and every class intervals बेटा they are the lower limits. Marks which are more than lower limits बेटा. And this time बेटा the procedure is बेटा different. If we want to find बेटा a cumulative frequency which is of बेटा more than type. So बेटा in that case we have to add all the frequencies from bottom to top. From bottom to top. You can see the direction. इस बार ऊपर से नीचे नहीं है. इस बार हमें जाना है बेटा नीचे से ऊपर. नीचे से ऊपर. And by adding बेटा all the frequencies from bottom to top, you will get the answer. अब इस बार बेटा बॉटम टू टॉप से अगर स्टार्ट करना है बेटा बॉटम टू टॉप से, तो चलो मुझे फटाफट बेटा आंसर दो. फॉर द लास्ट क्लास इंटरवल बेटा 40 to 50, दैट फ्रीक्वेंसी बेटा 8 विल रिमेन वन और द सेम. जब ऊपर जाओगे बेटा तो प्रीवियस फ्रीक्वेंसी भी बेटा ऐड हो जाएगा. 8 + 7 विल बिकम 15. उसके ऊपर जब जाओगे बेटा तो दिस विल बिकम 15 + 4 = 19 बेटा. और उसके ऊपर बेटा जब और जाओगे, so this will result बेटा in 19 + 6. 19 + 6. The answer is equal to 25. Answer is equal to 25. And once again, there can be a doubt asking the question that, sir, if we want to verify whether our answer is right or it is wrong, so how we can verify? So we can verify this by checking the first value and the total frequency. बड़ा cumulative frequency of more than type में बड़ा मुझे बताओ. Cumulative frequency of more than type में मुझे बताओ बड़ा. What is the first value is? फटाफट reply करो. Correct, 25. And what is the total frequencies? Correct. But whether this value it matches. Yes, these values they matches. And since they matches, it is considered to be as. It is considered to be as. Correct. It is considered to be as. Correct. Your answer is right. Your answer is right. And now immediately there comes a doubt asking a question mark. कि सर आपने हम लोग को ये क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी तो बता दिया, बट सर हम लोग को ये डाउट है कि ये क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी हमें कहाँ पे यूज हो सकता है. where we can make the use of this cumulative frequency. So answer to that question is सब लोग यहाँ पे देखो कि suppose from the given data from the given data, if I want to check in a class there are how many students who have got the marks less than 20, there are how many students who have got marks more than 30, less than 40. So answer to that question, it can be easily obtained by using a cumulative frequency. बड़ा टेबल तुम्हारे सामने है, चलो मुझे फटाफट बड़ा आंसर दो. There are how many students who have got marks less than 30? Less than 30 marks, less than 30 टेबल सामने है. So what I was talking about that example, there are how many students who have got the marks less than 30. Answer दो फटाफट. करेक्ट अभिशंकर, बाकी सब लोग बड़ा आंसर दो. चलो बड़ा नेक्स्ट. चलो बड़ा नेक्स्ट. अब मैं जिसको पूछूंगा बड़ा वही आंसर देगा. दिशा यू आंसर. There are how many students who have got marks more than 20? Disha, you answer. Marks more than 20. Disha, you answer. There are how many students who have got marks more than 20? More than 20, but you can see in this value, ये देखो marks more than 20. The answer is 19. But marks more than बोला है, more than 20. Yes, the answer is correct. And like that, answer to such type of questions. There are how many students who have got marks less than 20? How many students who have got marks more than 30? How many students who have got marks less than 40? Etc. etc. Answer to all such type of questions, it can be obtained by using a cumulative frequency. By using a cumulative frequency. Apart from that, this cumulative frequency, it is also being used for solving the sums which are based upon median, quartiles, deciles, percentiles, quartile deviation, etc. So in order to find the values of the averages and dispersion, in order to find the value of the averages and dispersion, we make